Welcome to AT&T Stadium, home of your Dallas Cowboys. I'm Christy Scales, sideline reporter for the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm so excited to welcome you to this incredible event and introduce you to the Executive Vice President and Chief Brand Officer for the Dallas Cowboys and Chairman of the NFL Foundation, Charlotte Jones.
Thank you, Christy, and I'll say it again. Welcome to AT&T Stadium, home of the Dallas Cowboys. Well, we are so excited that all of y'all are here from Arlington. We appreciate your support. So happy to see you in the audience. We've got people from all over the country, students from all over the country that are going to be joining us virtually. We have a lot of special guests that we'll get to as soon as possible. I do want to make a special shout out. We've got a couple of very special guests. Mayor, I see you on the back row. Mayor Jim Ross here, Arlington. Thank you for being here. Trey Yelverton, I think our city manager may be here as well. And we have several trustees from the Arlington Independent School District that have joined us today and are also excited to welcome you guys here. This is a great day. It's a great day to be a Dallas Cowboys fan. It's a great day to be a student in Arlington, a student across the United States, because today we are celebrating. You see yourself?
To get those rally towels
going. We get
going.
a chance to celebrate, as we hopefully do every day, the men and women in our armed forces. And as you may know, there are 40 million men and women who have served or continue to serve our country. And they stand for incredible values that we will be speaking here today. And we are excited to partner, that the Dallas Cowboys are excited to partner. The NFL Foundation is excited to partner, and the National Medal of Honor Museum Foundation is excited to team up today to bring you this program. And we also are celebrating the 50th anniversary of the NFL Foundation, and the National Medal of Honor Museum Foundation is building just in our backyard the National Medal of Honor Museum that will house the stories of the more than 3,500 Medal of Honor recipients who will tell their stories of courage, commitment, and integrity, and they will live on forever and hopefully encourage and influence the future generations, which I see many here, of character-driven leaders in our society. Through the Medal of Honor Museum, the National Medal of Honor Griffin Institute will take these values and spread them across classrooms across our country. And because of the NFL Foundation, the work of Anna Isaacson, Alexia Gallagher, and others, that this program will be in your schools, they'll be in the schools of those who are attending today, and many, many more as we reach over 2 million kids and teach them the importance of courage, commitment, and integrity. And today, you will hear from some incredibly special guests, and we will get right to those. But I hope that you will understand why you're here. It's about the men and women who serve our country so that you get to pursue your own dreams. And hopefully many of you all here will also choose to serve your country and to help others build the kind of America we want to have. So without further ado, we will get on to our program with a special video from the Commissioner of the National Football League, Roger Goodell.
Welcome to this incredible event at the iconic AT&T Stadium. A special thank you to the Dallas Cowboys organization for hosting us today. We also want to welcome the students and NFL clubs joining us virtually from across the country. We're here today to celebrate something truly special, and that's the power of character and service. The NFL's Character Playbook program is more than a program. It's a playbook for life. It's about making the right choices, both on and off the field. Today, at the NFL Character Playbook and National Medal of Honor launch event, we're teaming up to inspire you all to be the best versions of yourselves. We are excited to support your character education with the launch of these new resources focused on the Medal of Honor core values of courage, commitment, and integrity. We're not just celebrating our favorite game today. We're also celebrating the incredible spirit of service through NFL Salute to Service. The dedication and bravery of our veterans, active duty military, and their families is something we honor with deep respect. Today, we salute them. Students, get ready to be inspired by our special guests and be a part of an exciting announcement in honor of the 50th anniversary of the NFL Foundation. We at the NFL support you and challenge you to take what you learned today and apply to your future. Thank you for being here and enjoying the day.
Thank you to Commissioner Goodell for that special welcome. And now it's my honor to continue by introducing our moderator for this very special event. He is retired from the U.S. Navy, a Navy SEAL, so special operations, the best of the best. If that's not enough, he's also a retired astronaut, as in hours and hours of spacewalks out in space, fixing the International Space Station. Very, very special person, a very accomplished person. And now he is the president and CEO of the National Medal of Honor Museum Foundation. Get your rally towels ready and help me welcome Chris Cassidy.
Thank you, Christy. Well, good morning, and thank you for everybody for being here. How special is it to be here launching a national program for the Character Playbook partnership? It's so special to be right here in AT&T Stadium. And to you students that are in the room, welcome. And you know what? We're joined nationally by students all across the country, and this is streamed live and will be recorded for later use. So you guys, we appreciate you being here. This is for you. What's really interesting, and for me, having had an opportunity to serve our country both on the ground and overseas and in space, as Christy mentioned. And by the way, think how cool it would be just to flip off this stage and do cartwheels and flips inside this stadium. That's what it's like to be on the International Space Station. Amazing. But it's all about service. All of those things are different ways we can serve. And our country is truly special because of very, very brave people, and particularly those who have earned the Medal of Honor. The Medal of Honor is awarded by the President of the United States, and there's only been 3,500 recipients of those medals since the Civil War. In 160 plus years, that very few number of folks have earned that medal. We're opening a museum just across the street, right here in the Entertainment District, in our community, in Arlington, but it's a museum for the whole entire country. And in that museum, we'll have a leadership institute. The National Medal of Honor Griffin Institute will share those lessons of all of these true heroes. Today, we're going to talk about the National Medal of Honor Griffin Institute and the new videos, which are now part of the Character Playbook course, Building Healthy Relationships. That's the name of the course. This course and these new videos are designed to help you, and all of us really, to make right choices and focus on the Medal of Honor values of courage, commitment, and integrity. So on this special day, we've got a couple really cool special guests to introduce. So let me first start with one of our 65 living Medal of Honor recipients. He is, we're lucky enough to have Captain Flo Groberg with you. My good friend, please introduce Captain Flo Groberg, United States Army. Our next special guest is the 2022 Walter Payton Man of the Year, but you probably know him better as your quarterback, Dak Prescott. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Also joining us today remotely are from the LA Rams. We're excited to welcome Los Angeles Rams wide receiver and 2023 Salute to Service Award nominee, Cooper Kupp. Joining us all the way from Seattle, another outstanding Salute to Service Award nominee is Seattle Seahawks linebacker John Radigan. And representing the LA Chargers, we have Chargers legend and former Cowboy player Sean Lismore. I know we're all ready to dive in and get going and talk to these great folks. So let's start with a quick video from the Character Playbook about commitment. We can have our seat.
I'm so happy it's Friday. What are you doing this weekend, Zuri?
My party, remember? I invited you like last week.
What? I thought that was next week. I have a soccer game tomorrow.
Lena, you have to be there.
I really want to, but I told my coach I'd be at every game, and the team is counting on me.
Nobody on the team is your best friend. I am.
Let me think about it. Gotta go. I'll text you.
Fine, later.
I don't want to let my team down, but it's just one game, so maybe it's not a big deal. Zuri's party will be fun, and she really wants me to go.
Hey, Lena. I was glad to see you at the Medal of Honor assembly today. Ready for the game tomorrow?
Hey, Coach. Actually, I don't think I'll be there.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I just forgot that my friend is having a party.
Really, Lena? You committed to playing in our games when you joined the team. We need you. You just heard the Medal of Honor recipient talk about the importance of owning your commitments. Go warm up and we'll talk later.
Coach is right. This is like how the Medal of Honor speaker felt a commitment to his fellow soldiers. I made a promise to be at every game. It just doesn't feel right to ignore my commitment to the team. The party would be fun, but it's not worth the disappointment of letting my team down. Zuri probably didn't mean to pressure me, and I bet she'll understand. Coach! Never mind. I'll be at the game. I wish I could go to the party, but I want to be a person who keeps their commitments. So I need to be there for the team and play in the game.
I'm glad you thought about your values and the type of person you want to be. I know it's hard when you feel like you're missing out or letting your friend down, but it's important to the team. You should let your friend know that you won't be at the party. If she's a good friend, she'll understand.
You're right. I'll ask her if we can meet up after practice to talk about the party and my decision.
That was amazing, Lena!
Thanks, Coach. I'm glad I decided to play today.
Let's get a team photo for the yearbook.
So let's give a quick round for the video there. So we define commitment. We define commitment as a force that kind of ties you or bonds you to an idea or a relationship or even a goal. But I'd like to really hear from you guys on what your idea of commitment is. Flo, let's start with you. How do you define commitment, and how has it guided you through your life?
It's great question. It's the essence of being a good teammate. It's understanding and realizing that you have a very specific responsibility, and then others are looking at you to do your part, especially when no one's watching. In the military, it's about trust. Trust the man or the woman to your right, to your left, to your front, to your rear, to make sure that you're always doing the right thing. But most importantly, in situations that I've been in, where it was life or death situations, those individuals right there, I knew they were committed to the mission, they were committed to the team, but most importantly, they were committed to me, and I could always depend on them.
Amazing. Dak, we know that it takes a lot of commitment to make it to this league and play at the level that you play at. Can you think of a time back when you were a student where commitment meant something to you, and how you felt about honoring your commitments?
Yeah, just honestly, when I was getting recruited to go to college, I committed to a school, university, and then from there, other schools started to come. And what I think about when I think about a commitment is your integrity and your word. In this world, when a lot of things can be edited, can be modified, can be changed, your word is something that means a lot. That speaks on your character, that speaks on your integrity. and your sacrifices and the things that that are non-negotiable. So when you commit to something, that sets the foundation for you to be able to follow that, to have the courage to be able to say, no, I can't do that. I can't do this. I've got to go that extra mile. I've got to work harder because I've committed to something and I want to hold my word and hold those standards. So commitment is something that's huge, not just in that time of committing, but in today's world, in my life, in football. As Flo said, it's about being a good teammate, and it's about committing to the sacrifices to be there for my teammates and to make sure that I'm doing the right things on and off the field that gives them the best opportunity, because we all are committed to the same goal.
Yeah, Dak, thank you very much. So very impactful words. Next, we're going to go to Seattle and hear from John. John, could you talk a little bit about the importance of honoring commitment and how it has shaped your life?
Yeah, it has shaped my life significantly. And I think discipline goes hand in hand with commitment. When you follow through with the goals and the objectives that you have in your mind, that's going to lead to great things in your life, as long as you can stay committed, stay disciplined, and do things day to day that allow you to become a better person and impact those around you for the better. So I committed to Army West Point in the United States Military Academy coming out of high school. Similar to Dak being recruited, I knew it was going to be a challenge, but I wanted to stay true to the challenge that was ahead of me. So even when times were hard, I thought about my goal and graduating and what the end game was going to be. And I try to stay committed and have the discipline to see that through. And thankfully, that's what's happened. And now being the Salute to Service nominee is very rewarding, because it's a testament to discipline and the commitment that I have towards not only our military, not only football, but life in general and those that are around me.
John, thank you. We appreciate you, even though your West Point ties. I'm an Annapolis guy, so sorry about that.
Go Army.
beat Army. So integrity. You heard Dak mention the word integrity, kind of tied in closely with the concept of commitment. We've got that. Integrity is another one of our core values of our mission, as well as inherent to the Medal of Honor itself. So for us, it kind of means doing the right thing, even when no one is looking. Let's watch the next Character Playbook video focused on integrity with boundaries, keeping in mind boundaries and keeping promises.
Good night, Camilla. I'll see you early tomorrow for your award ceremony. 11 o'clock? Time for bed. I'd better set a few alarms. 7 o'clock, 7:05. Oh, I wonder what Jackson wants.
Dude, we need to talk. Like, now.
I'm going to bed, but I have a few minutes. What's up?
Class schedules for next semester are online. You've got to figure out which classes we have together. Like, what if I'm all alone?
If I don't go to bed soon, I might not get up in time. I don't want to let Camilla down. Sorry, man. I can't stay up any longer. I promised I'd wake up early for Camilla's award ceremony.
But I'll feel so much better if we do it now. I hope we have history together. I'll need someone to help me.
I don't want to tell Jackson no, but all I can think about is what happened the last time I stayed up late on my phone. Huh? I slept through my alarm? I missed the group presentation. I bet my parents and my teachers won't be happy about this. But I'm more worried about my group. They were counting on me and I let them down. I can't oversleep again and miss Camilla's ceremony. She's counting on me to be there. When the Medal of Honor recipient taught us about integrity, I realized that's the kind of person I want to be like. Someone who's honest, keeps their promises, and does the right thing no matter what. Jackson is my friend, and I want to be there for him, but I already made a promise to Camilla. I'm telling him that the schedules can wait. He might be upset, but I'll make it up to him tomorrow. Sorry, Jackson. I'm going to bed. I need to sleep so I can keep my promise to support Camilla. We can look at our schedules tomorrow.
Really, dude? Fine. Be lame and go to bed.
Good thing I went to bed when I did. I'll be ready in a few minutes. I'm proud of you, Camilla. It means a lot that you would invite me. I'm happy I could support you. Want to get some ice cream later? Like, to celebrate?
I'd love that.
All right, Jackson. Let's do this.
All right. So to first hear some comments on and explore the concept of integrity, let's go over to Los Angeles with our player from the Rams, Cooper. Can you share a personal story when you had to stand firm to your beliefs, and how did that define your personal integrity?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, nothing that we've had to go through compares with the things that the people that we're honoring have had to, the decisions that people have had to make that we're honoring here, the Medal of Honor Society. And I think about, for myself, some of the things that I think have been the hardest. I'm saying true to yourself and having the integrity and the capacity to say, when the world's telling you a little bit about who you are, that you are more or less because of the things that you do, staying honest to yourself and being able to say, hey, I know who I am, who I was created to be. I know the goals I have for myself, and knowing that the values and character that you live your life on a day-to-day basis, that those are the things that are who you are and make up the person that you are. And one of the hardest things to do in the world today is to block out the noise of the people around you. And well, it's not maybe the most popular answer, but staying true to who you are and who you were created to be.
Yeah, we appreciate that, Cooper. Thank you very much. Now over to our Charger legends, Sean. Sean, can you recall a time when you were a student and you had a difficult decision to make, and how did that decision and situation shape your integrity?
Yeah, first and foremost, thank you for having me here. It's really an honor. When I was a student at the College of William and Mary in Virginia, I was a Division I student athlete, and it's a challenging institution academically. And there'd be days where you had practices and meetings and lifting and classes all day. And you get to about 9 o'clock at night and you're exhausted. And you might have a 10 to 12 page paper to write. You might have a couple tests to study for. And there's always the temptation to take the easy way out. The easy way out, maybe copy and paste in something offline for that paper, or maybe copying your friend or your roommate's paper, and just taking that easy way out is a decision that you hope that you don't make, right? Because academic honesty and doing the right thing, it pays off. Time management plays into it as well. Making sure that you give yourself enough time to complete those assignments, and you're not rushed and exhausted at the end of the day. I'm currently the athletic director at St. Mark's School of Texas in Dallas, and it's a challenging academic institution where we talk to the students regularly about academic honesty and doing the right thing every day. And you guys alluded to character is what you do when no one's looking, and that's what we tell our students just about every day, to make the right choice. Even if you have to fail a test, it's better than going through the consequences of maybe being kicked out of school over being dishonest.
Yeah, thanks, Sean. And you're just down the road, so we look forward to seeing you here in the museum and bringing your students through our program. So look forward to working more closely with you, Sean. Let's bring it back into the building here in the stadium and to Flo and Dak. What are your guys' thoughts on integrity? And share a few words. Flo, let's start with you.
It's everything, really, about your character. It's the hardest thing to do, to have integrity. I mean, no one's watching. You know what the right thing to do is. Usually it's hard. It's time consuming. You're not going to get recognized for it. But you know that if you don't follow through, you're going to let yourself down, but most importantly, others down. And to me, that lesson started when I was in college and I ran track. Every Sunday it was on our own long run. And there's football coming up. There's a lot of reasons not to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday to go for a 15, 18, 20 mile run. But I did it every single Sunday because once I got up, I knew that if I didn't follow through, then I wasn't going to be at the type of level of performance that I needed to be for my teammate. And so when it came down to ACC championship, and it came down to national championships, I would have missed out and my team would have missed out, and potentially we wouldn't win because of responsibility that I felt to follow through. You fast forward that to the military, and there's one thing that we always talked about is that, and complacency kills. And so if I didn't follow through, had the integrity to do the right thing when no one was watching, to make that commitment to myself, but also most important to my teammate, I don't know if I would have been the type of soldier that wouldn't have cut corners at times and potentially put the lives of my soldiers and myself in danger.
Amazing. Dak?
Yeah, strong flow. And just to follow that in the sense of, we talk about integrity. It's being accountable. And what integrity is first is being accountable to yourself. You're the one that you have to look yourself in the mirror in the morning. You know what you want to do, your goals. You know what your purpose is throughout that day. And you're the one that has to look yourself in the mirror at the end of that day and say, did you do those things? So just wanting to be great, wanting to fulfill those goals to your teammates, being accountable, that really sets the path and the way for you to do the right things. And so you talked about, it's the voice that we have. There's a voice in our head that says, you know what you need to do. And there's another voice that says, hey, you can do this, you can do that. When you've made that decision to be great, when you've got that integrity to yourself and you're accountable to others, those two voices, it's an illusion. You're going to follow the one that says to do the right things, because at the end of the day, that's where the preparation, that's where the confidence, that's where all of that comes from, is knowing that you left no stone unturned. You did everything that you can to be prepared, to chase that goal, to make sure that you're not letting your soldiers down, you're not letting your teammates down. And at the end of the day, you can deal with the results better than you knowing that you didn't do something that you should have done because people weren't watching and it was easy to lie to yourself. So it's about being accountable to yourself first, which then makes it easier to be accountable to others.
Fantastic answers. I want to share one anecdote from one of our work colleagues, Corey, who shared with me a story. One of his teachers, when he was young, told him that the integrity is pushing the shopping cart back to the little container in the parking lot at the grocery store when no one's watching, or just leaving the cart in the middle there and driving away. That's when you're doing the right thing. Corey, thanks for sharing that story before we got up here. Now what we want to do is hear from you guys, hear from the students. So we've got a few questions here. Let's hear from our first student. Share your question with the panel, please.
Hi, I'm Destiny, and my question is, do you have any advice as to how we can support our friends by showing commitment and integrity?
Thank you, Destiny. Well, why don't we Dak, I'll just start with you. How can we support our friends?
Yeah, first, I think you just have to understand and make sure you're communicating with your friends on what their goal is and who they want to be and the person that they're trying to be one day. And then from there, that's being accountable. That's allowing you to help them be accountable to themselves. But what a good friend does is pushes another friend to fulfill those goals and make sure that, hey, it's going to get tough at times. It's going to be hard at times, but I'm here. I've got your back. You can count on me. And together, we're going to go make sure that you fulfill those goals and get to where you want to be.
Let's throw it to John in Seattle, actually. Let John share his thoughts on supporting your friends and commitment and integrity.
Yeah, the first thing this reminds me of, it takes me back to something I heard in college from one of my coaches: do right and show people you care. When you live by that, and it's pretty simple, like Flo said, you know what's right and wrong. And when you show people you care, you show that not only does your integrity matter, but you care about their integrity, you care about their character, and you care about the way that they're going about their lives. And ultimately, when you do that, you have such a positive influence on those around you. And it does have a huge impact, especially when you're going through adolescence and you're growing up in middle school, high school, and you're forming these friend groups and stuff. You have a huge impact on those around you because we're all very observant and we all kind of look after one another and we pick up on things and different habits from those that we are surrounded by. So if you're somebody that's doing right and you're showing people that you care, that'll have an impact and a domino effect, and it's only going to lead to better and more positive things for yourself and everybody around you.
Thank you, John. Let's hear from our second student here. What's your question, please?
Junior high, and my question is, do you have any advice for explaining why it's important to honor commitment?
Thank you very much. Flo, we'll toss that one to you. Advice for explaining why it's important to honor your commitment.
I think it's just about who you are, right? And honestly, it's the best advice that I can give you is what Dak talked about, John talked about. It's really understanding, who do you want to be as an individual? How do you want to look yourself in the mirror? When you make commitments, right, it's a commitment means it's hard, right? Because you've got to follow through now. And life is going to throw you a lot of different potential options on that path. And some of them are going to be maybe more interesting than others, right? You didn't plan for that, but it just happened. The idea of doing the right thing when no one's watching, the idea of committing to your friends, the idea of walking the path that you set forward is going to make you stronger than anything else, because life is about challenges and obstacles. You know, you're probably facing some already at your age. You're going to have more and more and more, but every time you follow through, every time you follow that commitment and you push through, you're going to come out of it so much stronger, so much appreciative of what you've accomplished. And then people around you are going to look at you as a leader, as someone that they want to emulate. So that's the best advice I can give you in this case from your question.
Great question. Let's also take this one to Chargers legend Sean. Sean, do you have any advice about the importance of honoring commitments?
Yeah, keeping your word is one of the most important things that you can do. And honoring a commitment starts at a young age, whether that be commitment to your classroom, commitment to your sports, maybe like peewee football, t-ball, whatever it is, to your family, to your friends. Everything that you do translates to the habits that you're going to have as an adult, as a father, a mother, a husband, a wife, a friend, or in your professional life. And Vince Lombardi once said, watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. And I think that's really something important to remember, that everything you do now matters.
Well, fantastic advice for sure. Our final question, please, for the panel.
My name is Dariel Jones from Dubisky Career High School, and my question is, have you had a phrase or a motto that you or your team use to keep you reminded of your values and keep you focused?
Daryl, that's an awesome question. Let's throw this one to Cooper Kupp over there in Los Angeles. Cooper, do you have a phrase or a motto in mind?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. Something that I've used for a long time really comes from 1 Corinthians 9:24-27, and specifically this idea of running the race to win the prize. I think the idea behind it is ultimately the intention that you live with your life with, understanding that you aren't going through anything that you do mindlessly. You're not doing it just because, but you know your purpose, you know your passions and what you're trying to get out of each day. And I want people to look at me and the way that I live my life, and I want them to see the values, the faith, the integrity, the commitment. I want them to see that in how I'm living my life. I want it to be actionable and not something that I'm just speaking about, but something that you took a snapshot of how I live, and someone could say, hey, I know what this person is about because of how they've walked the walk. And that to me is so important. And that's really been the thing, that the model that for me is, pointed back to the values and the kind of person that I want to be and how I want to live my life.
Oh, thank you very much. It's not every day that we get 4 NFL players and a Medal of Honor recipient all in one event to share their thoughts with you. So as we wrap this up, I want to give each of you an opportunity to share a few parting remarks with our students. Zach, we'll start with you.
Yeah, thank you all just for allowing me to be here to spend time with you. And I think you've heard some great knowledge being spread, some great inspiration, some great advice for you to take it as you move forward. But ultimately, what I kept hearing every guy say in some fashion or another was about knowing who you are, knowing your purpose. And I think that's where it all starts. When you know your purpose, when you know your passion, and you might not know it exactly right now, but you know the things that you want to do. You know what you want to get done this week. You know what you want to get done this year in your grade. You may already know where you want to go to college next. But what that does is that allows you to set that path forward. And when you can set that path, tell others about it. Tell others about it, but tell those friends, those group of friends that we talked about. Therefore, they can hold you accountable to it. Make sure that's a trusting group of friends that wants to see you succeed. And then through that, you can honestly, in this world, do anything that you want to do. I promise you that. I'm an example of that. Didn't come from much. Wanted to be a quarterback in the NFL, particularly the Dallas Cowboys. That might have had a little luck go into it to be exactly the Dallas Cowboys. But I didn't take no for an answer. I didn't listen to the negativity. I just chased and committed to those sacrifices, to everything that I wanted to do. And as the great Roger Staubach said, on that extra mile, it is lonely. So at times when you find yourself lonely, know you're doing the right thing. Know that that's the sacrifice you've made. That's the discipline that you have that's different than others to get you where you want to go. So honored to be here, honored to be alongside these men and talked with these, along with the other NFL guys, and hope you all took something from it today.
Jack, thank you. Flo. Yeah.
Right. It's beautiful. And it's so funny how you can find commonality in different people's stories. For me, listen, I'll be very direct with y'all. Whoever you become is going to be your choice. I promise you, people will tell you, no, you can't do that. I promise you, people will doubt you. More people will doubt you than support your dreams. That's a reality, because when people have dreams, others don't understand how they can accomplish those dreams. They yet themselves, they can't. Let me tell you something. I came here, I was 12 years old. I didn't speak English. I'm adopted. I didn't have any money, but this country gave me an opportunity. I had a lot of doubters in my life, but I worked and worked and worked and worked and never gave up. Look at me today. I get to speak to you. I get to sit next to Chris Cassidy. I mean, this is history, by the way, folks. I don't think there's another individual in the world that spent more time below water in the sea and then in space ever. So you're seeing history. Also, go to Disney Channel. You get to see him, a little story out there. And then I get to sit next to Dak and talk with Coop and the rest of these incredible individuals. Nothing was painted for me to be here today, but hard work and opportunities, failing over and over again, but never allowing the negativity and others who doubted me to dictate my path. You have every opportunity to do the same or even better, and I expect better. God bless you.
Thank you, Flo. Let's hear from John in Seattle.
Yeah, to piggyback off of Flo, I think my best advice for everybody would be stay committed to becoming the best version of yourself, and don't let anything stop you, because as Flo mentioned, there's going to be haters, there's going to be adversity, there's going to be all different types of things that you face in life. But in the end, you have yourself and the impact of those around you. And so if you stay committed to becoming the best version of yourself and not letting one thing stop you or deter you from reaching your goals and objectives and whatever it might be that come about, you might not have the answer yet. It might come to you a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. It truly doesn't matter. If you stay committed to becoming the best version of yourself, good things are going to come out of it.
Thank you, John, very much. And Cooper, over to you.
Yeah, I think a lot of people here have talked about goal setting and striving for something great. And I think the big thing I want to just leave you guys with is not losing sight of the fact that once you get to the mountaintop, you're gonna look out, and what you're gonna see is another mountaintop out there in the distance. And don't lose the fact that the journey is a beautiful thing. So many people have achieved incredible great things. They get to that place and they're like, man, this wasn't what I thought it was going to be. But man, looking back at this journey and all these people that you've got to go pursue this thing with, and go through life, and all people that came alongside you and encouraged you, even the people that doubted you, look back and see, man, I was able to overcome all these obstacles, all this great stuff that had happened, and I've grown so much. And don't lose sight and just the reward of that journey and being able to enjoy every step of the way. As you pursue something great, and when you get to the mountaintop, enjoy it for a second, and take off again for that next journey.
Amen. Thank you, Cooper. Thank you very much. And finally, our last panelist, Sean, your parting remarks.
Yeah, I just want to emphasize the importance of gratitude. I'm so grateful for all the men and women who serve our country and keep us safe. I'm grateful for all the people who allowed me to accomplish my dream as an NFL player. And that's not something I take for granted. And especially today with all the conflicts across the world, we're just so fortunate to be Americans. And I'm proud to be here today to speak to you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for all of your words of encouragement. You know, just like school, success in school is a partnership between you, students, your teachers, the administrators, your parents. It's a partnership in life, and these values that we hope will help you steer the course to success on that journey. So round of applause for our panelists. And now let's hear from Christy for a special announcement from the NFL Foundation.
We've had a powerful discussion about Medal of Honor values of courage, commitment, and integrity. And this event is not just a celebration of those values and the launch of the new resources. We're also gathered to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the NFL Foundation and their mission to improve the lives of those touched by the game of football, from players at all levels to communities across the country. And representing the NFL, we are joined by Anna Isaacson, Senior Vice President of Social Responsibility. She has been instrumental in building the Character Playbook program. Since its launch in 2016, the NFL Character Playbook program has reached more than 2 million students with the goal of teaching them how to establish and maintain healthy and supportive relationships. And the NFL Foundation is excited to continue this impact and honored to announce that they are donating $1 million to the National Medal of Honor Museum Foundation to support the launch of these new resources. Anna?
Thank you, Christy. It's such an honor to be here on behalf of the NFL Foundation to make this $1 million contribution to the National Medal of Honor Museum to help support Character Playbook and our new modules all across the country to youth like you. So congrats. And we hope you come back and visit the museum and take part in Character Playbook all year long.
Thank you so much. And we welcome back to the stage Charlotte Jones. You guys come on over to the middle. Jenya and Armani from the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Again. How about a great ovation? Let's see those rally towels as well. $1 million to continue this fantastic work. $1 million to the National Medal of Honor Museum Foundation, supporting the launch of these new resources from the NFL Foundation. Yeah, we have the closing remark from Chris. Final thought, Chris?
We do, Christy. Thank you very much. We owe a special thanks to the NFL Foundation for their very generous support with that check. Unbelievable. Thank you, Anna. Thank you to the entire NFL team. Also want to give a shout out to EverFi from Blackbaud for powering these programs to make this impact possible. Special shout out, of course, to our Dallas Cowboys partner, Charlotte, to you and your family. Thank you sincerely for allowing this to happen. And a significant shout out to the school students who are here with us today. We appreciate you. This is for you. And finally, on behalf of the National Medal of Honor Griffin Institute, we thank you for giving us your time and allow us to share these values of courage, commitment, and integrity. And we hope they inspire you to be a better version of yourself from today and throughout life. Thank you very much.
All right.
Back to you, Christy.
We want to thank you all for being such great participants, but now it's time. We want to see your smiling faces. We're going to have a group photo here. So if our photographer's going to come here, all of our panelists, Jenya, Armani, if y'all will come here, we're going to shoot this way. Everyone, big smiles on your faces. Please, no hand signals. Everybody sit up straight, get a good shot here. Okay.